nobody could go out to do anything. Nobody could go out to do anything. So they decided to just, and cloud became the order of the day. This pandemic actually encouraged cloud generally. You understand me? So that's the stuff. So let's start. Once more, my name is Patrick Osatuame Agbogun. And this class is a brief introduction to cloud. We call ourselves cloud enthusiasts. You understand me? And our enthusiast is spelled ETU SIAST. Enthusiast. There's no N. The reason is because why we deliberately spelled it that way, because we want to make it fun filled. It's a customized name. We want to make it like we are just coming to have fun, not like we are just coming here to just be serious. So most of my talk today is going to be fun filled and something that you can relate with, something you are familiar with, something you have seen. You understand me? That's the way we design it, so that it won't look, because I have been talking with some people, they say cloud is difficult. Cloud is not difficult. Cloud is not difficult. As far, history, if we go back down our memory lane, phone was not like readily available for everybody. We were using a Dex phone and a normal landline before this GSM.
Phone, yeah.
And before the GSM came in. And when GSM came through, people did not really accept GSM like that. You understand me? Until when the rich started accepting it. But for this part of the world, like Nigeria, we were waiting for it because people have we have already seen it on TV. You understand me? That they're already using it. So we're already expecting it. But some other part of the world, they didn't welcome it like that because there are so many things that said has issue. So the same with cloud.
Yes.
Cloud has been existing, but because of pandemic, it became more feasible that we really want to use. Then the question now is, what is cloud? You understand me? What is cloud? Cloud is not the sky we see up there. You understand me? Like the first time I mentioned that when I was introduced to cloud, I was thinking that we are going to be doing cloud. We're going to be studying how the sky.
How the cloud looks like, yeah.
So thank God that 8 years ago, I've already been introduced to data center and infrastructure. So when I read about what cloud is all about, so it really helped me because I was already inside the cloud before we even started studying cloud. So I would like to understand from your own perspective, what do you think is cloud?
My own understanding about this cloud is that before I came to Canada, there's still this memory, storage device that I was using, OneDrive, and that you can store your file online and then you can have access to it anywhere in the world. So that gave me a little understanding what is cloud about, that you can work on the system via internet.
As a matter of fact, what you just said now is one of the best definition of cloud. Are you getting me? Because what you just said now is actually this phenomenon and the idea behind the word cloud. It's any resources you can connect to through the internet. But the reason why we will have to go a little more granular in our definition so that we will have a more depth of what, you understand me, what the really cloud is. So cloud is like, okay, for example, you are in Canada now, I'm in Nigeria. You have a machine in Canada, yeah? And I want to use the machine to work in Nigeria. I access your machine from here, and I start using that machine to work in Nigeria. But the machine is not actually with me in Nigeria, but it's with you in Canada. So the capacity for me to make use of those machines that is in Canada, here in Nigeria, makes your own machine an infrastructure. My connection to your machine makes it the cloud. You understand me? So the cloud is actually my connection to your machine is what makes it the cloud. But the cloud, the real cloud, is your machine that you have from there. You understand me? So cloud is actually somebody have laptop and machines somewhere that is they now call you because they have it so much. They have so many, the memory so much. They have the everything so much. You just wake up and say, okay, Mr. Let me remember your name again. Sorry. Okay. Can you, please mind me your name again. Mr. Olaiton. Okay. Mr. Olaiton, can you come and be using our resources when you need it? So it's not like it will be available. It's only when you need it that you just call. Okay, I want to make use of this. Like you mentioned that you are using OneDrive, Google OneDrive to be saving. It's like whenever you want to save information, you call for it. Are you getting me? And you use it. After you save it, is gone. So you only pay for the time you use it on. Are you getting me? Those time you use it. So those are the concepts behind cloud. So we're going to be talking about it in details. But for now, these are the things we are going to be talking about for our first 4 weeks. We are going to be introducing Ox to cloud. I want to be defining cloud. I want to be talking about infrastructure as a service. I will explain to you the meaning of that. Then we're also going to talk about platform as a service. Then we'll talk about software as a service. Then we'll talk about public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and multi-cloud. And we're also going to be talking about the benefits of cloud computing for business, for independent developer, for research, for business and industry, for media content delivery. We're talking about the risk involved, the cost, and the ethics in cloud computing. I'm also going to be talking about the consideration of cloud users. Then that is those are the things we're going to be talking about from our first week. Why are we talking about this? Because if you don't know what you want to use, you understand me, using it becomes difficult. You understand me? Like a popular saying that goes that if things are not known, abuse is inevitable. If purpose is not defined, abuse is inevitable. So these are the things. So let's talk about, let's just do a little introduction. As we mentioned before, cloud is an infrastructure somewhere. Actually, a data center. What is a data center? A data center is a place where they save, where they store, where they keep massive supercomputers, massive servers, and massive storages and network. Are you getting me? Most times, all telecom companies, all big companies have data center or either mini data center or a server room. And if, thank God you worked somewhere before, there will be a server room. There should be a server room in your company. You understand me? And those server room is for the IT that always go there. You just go there. We have the people that will go there and save their Windows. Most of the Windows that we company buy, they buy enterprise. So they put the enterprise in their server. Then from the server, everybody can access it and be using it. You understand me? So these are the things we use. So, but now those servers, those data center, those server room is now being given out. A company is now providing those server for you to use. So you don't need to put those server in your office or in your company, but you can access everything in those servers in the cloud using the internet. You understand me? So the process of you using those servers.
There's no point for many companies to have a server in their office or in their company now. So this cloud is taking place of server.
Yes, that's the major concept. So they are trying to reduce, if possible, eliminate company from buying server or keeping server in their data center. That is the concept. Apart from that, database engineers, database administrators, they are we have two types of database that we have the infrastructure database, we have the the development database. They are trying to reduce people's job. With the help of cloud, now you don't need infrastructure database because it's already so with a click, you're already using database. The network engineers, they're trying to reduce their work. For example, now you are as a data analyst, you are learning cloud, Abby. By the time you master the cloud, any company that puts you in that as a data analyst, cloud data analyst, that's what they will call you. They will add the word cloud to it to tell them that you understand everything about server, everything about network, everything about database. You understand me? So you'll be taking about 4 people's job. You understand? So these are the things they are trying to do. They are trying to make many things that people, you don't need human being to do it, but the machines by themselves will just be doing the work. So that is why they are paying the cloud engineers well, because they know that when they pay you well, what happens is that you'll be doing 5 people's job. They'll be paying you 2 people's, just 2 staff money. They are trying to optimize. They are trying to reduce cost. That is what this whole thing is all about. You understand me? So that is the essence. Now, I'm also doing introduction. Then what is infrastructure as a service? Infrastructure as a service is like, instead of you, if you want to get a server, if you want to buy it, if you get a server, you need to install operating system, Abi. You will install, for example, let me not go server and let's go to a laptop. If you buy a laptop, Abi, you will put OS, Abi, so that the OS will be running on it. Yes. You will now put your application. It's the application that you will now be using to write either Microsoft Office, Word, or every other thing. Or you can also use your internet, which is your Explorer that came with your laptop or your operating system. You use it to be surfing the net. You know what I mean? So buying that laptop without putting anything inside and trying to design the things you want inside and that process of doing a system from the scratch. Can you hear? Okay.
I can hear some background noise.
Yes, is the noise still there?
I think it's normalized now.
Okay.
It's okay now. I can hear you clearly.
Okay, so when that process of buying a laptop or a desktop from the scratch, without putting anything on top, is called IaaS in cloud. IaaS, infrastructure as a service.
Okay.
It's like the company, the cloud engine, the cloud company is telling you, we have server, we have network, we have anything. So come and build what you want to use. You understand me? Okay. It's called infrastructure as a service. Yeah. So when you log into their website, you get a server, you get OS, you get network. You understand me? You build your server online. Are you getting me? Then after building your server online, you start putting your application that you want to run on it online. So that process of building that server from the scratch by getting the kind of server, the kind of memory you want, the kind of RAM, the kind of processor speed, you understand me? When you are building it online.
To make it functional.
I
said to make it functional.
To make it functional based on what you want to use it for. You understand me? That process of putting all these cloud resources together in order for you to make use of it for what you want to use is called infrastructure as a service, because they are not providing anything for you. They are only providing the infrastructure for you. Are you getting me? So you are just using the infrastructure to do what you want to do. So you either talk about a bare metal or a virtual machine. You understand me? Then you now put your operating system, which is called your image, your machine image. Then you now decide the kind of network you want to use it for, your VPC, your subnet. You now decide the kind of thing. You understand me? Then after you design it, you now tell them that, okay, I want the internet. I want this particular server. I want people to connect to it through the internet. No, I don't want people to connect to it through the internet. That process of designing those equipment using the infrastructure of a web, whether a public cloud service, is called infrastructure as a service. You are going to be doing more of it, because any company that want to employ you, they want to know if you understand how to build a server from the scratch and how to make it more secure. Are you getting me? And when we talk about
Yeah.
infrastructure as a service, that means we need to know the infrastructure that a cloud provider is giving you. So you understand me? You need to know
Okay.
how to
Yeah.
connect to the cloud provider. You need to know how to collect your how to secure it, how to save your password, how to log into it. The kind of people that will be making use of the infrastructure that you are paying for, because you cannot you are as in a company, you are not the only one working. You must have a team working for you.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? So
Yeah.
you say who should access, who should not access. Are you getting me? Who deserve to access it? You will not define all those. This process of designing all these things is called infrastructure as a service. Are you getting me? Now
Mm.
let's go to platform as a
Yeah.
service. Platform as a service, they have a company have already designed a platform for you to use. For example, let me take one of a platform of a service now. Okay, thank God, YouTube now. You use
Yes.
YouTube, Abi. Uh-huh. YouTube is
I use it.
YouTube is a platform as a service. Platform in the sense that you don't know where how many memory you have. By the time you subscribe to YouTube, they will give you a memory. You are not the one telling them the kind of memory you want. They'll give you, like, I think it's 5 gig, 5 gig Google Drive, Abi. I think it's 5 gig. Yes, 5 gig Google Drive.
Yes.
Then they will not tell you with that Google Drive you can transfer file. Are you getting me? So when you are uploading file into your email that is more than
Mm-hmm.
20 megabytes, they will tell you they are moving it to cloud, to drive. You now send a Google
Cloud.
Drive to somebody. You are now using cloud. So that YouTube alone, that YouTube and Gmail, they are all platform as a service, because they are only giving you the
Mm.
platform for you to come and use for what you want to do. Are you getting me? So you can upload your file
Mm-hmm.
into it and share
Yeah.
your file. Are you getting me? That's a platform as a service.
Mm.
On that platform as a service, we have
Okay.
many platform as a service, just that they are only providing you. I don't want to mention WordPress now. I don't know if you are familiar with WordPress. You know WordPress? Well, that's
Yes.
one software.
WordPress.
Yeah, WordPress. Yes, WordPress. WordPress is like
Yes.
it's a graphics GUI kind of web design developer software that through it you can design your website. You understand me? So whenever you pay a company, they will you want to host your website. By the time you pay for your server and everything, they will give you a WordPress on it. Then they will now send you a cPanel. From that cPanel, you will now log in and you now design your website the way you want it. Are you getting me? And launch it.
You want it
The
to
people
be.
can now access your website. So the WordPress is just a tool for you to design your website. Are you getting me? But the kind of memory behind it, those ones
Yes.
are you are not familiar. You are not supposed to know how they designed the network, how they did the memory, how they did the operating system. You understand me? They don't. You are not interested in those things. You are only just interested in the
In those
WordPress.
area, yeah. Because it has already been designed. It's just for me to make use of it.
Beautiful. So it's just for you to make use of the platform. That's why it's called platform as a service. You understand me? So it's a platform as a service because you are just collecting the platform to use to design what you want to design. Now, there's another one called software as a service. That one is that you don't know how they design the platform. All you just want to do is that it's a software you are using, like Microsoft Office Word. That Microsoft Office Word, you don't know how they design, like Office 360. You understand me? They will just send it to you. All you
Mm.
just need to do is to enjoy and use it. Like this, we are using
Just
this thing
to
now,
make use
Zoom,
of it.
and we are just to make use of it. Like we are using Zoom now. How they design Zoom, we don't know. The platform, we don't, you understand me? We just host a meeting
Mm.
and be using it. So it's a
Yeah.
software that they are providing for us as a service. You understand me? So in
Okay. Okay.
every
Okay.
part
Okay.
of
Okay.
cloud, you either belongs to you must know these three parts. Are you getting me? So if a company wants to
Yeah.
employ you, they expect you to understand infrastructure as a service. They expect you to know how to create a platform as a service. They also know how to launch a software as a service, so that when you can advise them, you understand me? You may not be the one doing it, but you should
Mhm.
have an idea. You should know what it's all about. So
Yeah,
most of our
they want you to have the knowledge of it.
beautiful, they want you to be granular in it. So that's why we are going to start with our infrastructure as a service in our training.
Okay.
I want to start infrastructure as a service in our training, and we are going to do it so interesting that I want to show you AWS and everything. So I want to go into every nooks and crannies of AWS, every part of AWS. I want to enter it. Are you getting me? Then we are going to use we'll use the console. Then after we finish using the console, we'll now start using the third party, should I say another platform as a service called infrastructure as a code. Maybe you heard of it, Terraform. You understand me? That is why that's one of
No.
the important of our class. So when we master AWS, we will now use that AWS knowledge and be using other cloud platform. You understand me? So you will
Okay.
not be a complete a DevOps person. You understand? So you will know how to use the whole platform. That's
Okay.
our aim. So by the end of this class, you will not just be somebody that understand cloud, but somebody that have make use of cloud, because we are going to be doing project, which is POC. You understand me? We're going to be doing project. And by the end of the 36 session, Abi, is it 36 session, 36 hours and 24 sessions, you should be used to it. So what is a public cloud? What is a private cloud? What is an hybrid cloud? Okay, a public cloud, let's start from a private cloud. A private cloud is a cloud that is owned by an individual. Are you getting me? They are not giving it out to anybody to make use of, but those that are in their company. For example, I mentioned when you are working in a company, you have a data center. You understand me?
Okay.
Some data centers that we have actually make use of private cloud. You understand me? Actually make use of private cloud. What do I mean? Their infrastructure is based for them. It's for them alone. So you will not just go there and make use of it. Despite they can also connect to it through the internet. Are you getting me? But it's only for the people. It's only
Mhm.
for them. You understand me? Those are private cloud.
Okay.
And like a data center and there's a private cloud. Then we have a public cloud. These are people that have enough resources, enough infrastructure, that they want people
Can
both.
you give example of private cloud and public cloud?
Okay, for example now, I don't know how to put this way. Like if I say Globalcom or Airtel data center, uh, they are private cloud.
Okay.
You understand me? They
Okay.
are private cloud. They are not public cloud. Most of their resources are private, because you cannot log into Globalcom now, a data center, and start using their resources. They are not the infrastructure in the data center that Globalcom and Airtel and MTN has, is not for you
Mhm.
to log in and start creating servers. You cannot create servers from there. You understand me? It's only for the people that already put their infrastructure in their data center that will be making use of those servers and and so. You understand me? And virtual machines. You understand me?
So
So
which
you are
means pri-
okay.
private cloud is customized
Yes, it's
to their
privately.
needs.
Yes, it's privately owned, and
Okay.
it's not for general public.
Public. Okay.
Are you getting me? It's privately owned, as I mentioned, like a data center. It's limited. The resources are limited. You understand me? So they don't have that enough,
Okay.
but they still operate
Capacity.
the same structure of a general cloud provider, like what this public cloud also have. just that they are not as big. Are you getting me? So, and they are even no matter how big they are they are not giving it out to general public. For example, now the Nigerian government, we have a private cloud. Are you getting me? The like the NSS,
No.
NSA, all the Nigeria all the Nigeria parastatal, most of the Nigeria parastatal have their private cloud. You understand me? It's not for everybody, it's for them. For security reasons.
Okay.
Are you getting me? Some of them is because of security reasons. They don't want anybody to breach into their security. You understand me? So for many reasons, they want to keep it private. You understand me? Then there's another one called the
Okay.
public cloud. This public cloud, these are companies that specialize in giving out cloud services as
Like
a
AWS,
like the AWS, like the Azure, like the Amazon, like the Oracle
Amazon.
Cloud Infrastructure OCI, like the
Okay.
Alibaba Cloud, like the IBM. These people, they just decide to say, okay, I want this thing for everybody. Come and use it. You understand me? Those are
Okay.
the private cloud. Then we now have an hybrid cloud. What's an hybrid cloud? It's a bridge of both private and public. Now, there are some private clouds, there are some clouds that are private, but at the same time, the company are also using some public cloud to support what they have. So is both private to them, but that private cloud, they are also using public cloud to support. For example, most telecom company in Nigeria operate in a hybrid kind of cloud environment because they have their own
Okay.
private cloud. They also have a resources in their public cloud. You understand me? So they can log in from their private cloud. They can store something in their public cloud. You understand me? They are making use of both at the same time. You
Okay.
understand me? Those are private cloud. Then we also have community cloud. Those ones are designed for just for community. I know, like Canada, we should have something like that. You understand me? We have other. There are so many, but these are the major three. You understand me? We have the private, and the hybrid. Others, there are so many. You understand me? Now, what are the uses of
What is
of?
this cloud computing?
Okay, I'm trying to rush this so that we can go straight to cloud computing. I will tell you what it means. Are you with
Okay.
me? So I'm trying to rush this part because it's an introduction. I'm just trying to give an introduction of what we are going to be learning. What we are going to
Okay.
be learning. So the advantage of a business, why do people want cloud? Why are we using cloud? Are you getting me? Why are we using cloud? Why should we use cloud? You understand me? Why? Okay, for example, now you have you heard of Jumia now, Abi? When you're in Nigeria, Jumia.
Yeah. Yes. 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 Jumia, where online store, right?
Yes, online store. You know,
Okay.
there's always a time in the year where they do bonanza and they do promo, you know,
Yes.
and there's what we call the Black Friday bonanza too. You
Yes.
know, during that Black Friday bonanza, people flock into their site.
Yes.
Whenever they are doing bonanza, whenever they are doing something, people flock into their site. So if they are using 4 server during normal day, when they are coming for bonanza, during that bonanza time, they will increase the server to like 5 or 8, so that it should be able to
Accommodate
accommodate the
the
people. So
people.
that means if they are using a private cloud, that means they are going to buy 5 extra server. Are you getting me? For that purpose.
Mm.
So when they stop using, when the traffic reduces, they will shut down the server, or they'll keep running the server. If they
Mm.
are keep running the server, they are going to be spending more money in maintaining that server. If they shut down the
Mm.
server, that means anytime they want to use it again, they will need to put it on. Are you getting me?
Put
So
on
that
again and set it up again.
just set it up again. So those stress, those stress. But if you are using a public cloud, you don't need to buy many server. All you just need to do is to set up your system that whenever the load is increasing, increase my server to 3. Immediately the load is going
Mm.
down, reduce my server to 1 or to 2. You only pay for
Okay.
those time that you use those server.
Mm.
So you see, scalability becomes so sweet.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? And that also talks about elasticity. We are going to be talking about those things. So another advantage of cloud is that the word cloud means everywhere. That's what it means. That's the general meaning. So cloud is everywhere, meaning that if you are using cloud, if you are in US, you are using it, it will look as if I'm using it in Nigeria. But despite the infrastructure is in US, I should be able to use it as if the infrastructure is in Nigeria. That's another advantage
It's
of
in
cloud.
Nigeria.
So the latency must be reduced. So what is latency? Latency is the distance it takes for your file to travel from the server to your system. Are you getting me? That time. So the cloud has so many resources that will make that thing so easy that it will look as if you're using. For example, I'm using Zoom now. The latency is very low because the Zoom that I'm connected to here, the Zoom is in Africa, but the one you're connected to is in Canada. Are you getting me? The Zoom is placed in a cloud front in form of a delivery so that I can receive it as if the Zoom is in Nigeria. You can receive it as if the Zoom is in Canada. You understand me? So
Yes.
this mechanism, you cannot get it in a private cloud, in a private server, like Ugo host and the rest. You understand me? So you see,
Okay.
this is another advantage. And the availability, let's talk about availability. Cloud, if you launch your resources in one cloud server, automatically, that resources you launched, we have another
Yeah.
backup in another server. So when that server that you launch that resources has an issue, you will not know because another server will automatically take over. So when the data
So
sent from the
another server will serve as a backup
backup
now.
without you even noticing it, that is what AWS is telling you, that if you put any server in our system, any disaster that will happen, your system will not go down. Are you getting me? So they are assuring you that we are giving you 99.99997 availability of your server. So the only way your server will be out of service is when we didn't configure it very well, or maybe you mistakenly bring it down. But as far as you launch it successfully, nothing will happen to it. Like a private cloud, like a private data center. If you put a server in one server data center and the data center goes down, your load goes down. And you understand me? Everything we are already offline. You'll be running up and down. I know I've worked in data center before.
Up and down.
It's difficult, as in it's very dangerous when your server goes down, especially for the server to even come up again. So it will take another years, another month, another hours. You understand me? Sometimes it takes like 24 hours, sometimes it takes like 2 weeks for a server to come up again. You understand me? But when you are using cloud, you don't have to think about those things because they have taken about, they have
So
tried,
give yourself about that stress.
they have taken about, they are telling you that everything about infrastructure, they are in control. Okay, another interesting thing about data, about cloud is this. Despite all those things they're talking about, they are telling you that nobody will be able to access your file, come to your data center without your notice and collect your file, because they are giving you 100% on-prem security. So the only way they can steal your file is if they're able to take hold of your resource, of your credentials.
Your password.
You understand me? So they are telling you that on our own part, we are secure. On your own part, secure your part. And even despite they are also telling you secure your part, they are also trying their best to see how they can help you secure your own part. So if you look at all these things, you see that it's very, very interesting to be on cloud. And apart from that, there are many automations. There are many, like the database I was telling you about. Database is just, their database is just at a click. Instead of you to get the database engineer that will now set up your database for you, I'm helping you to be backing up your database. Their database is automatically backed up. You understand
It's
me?
automatic.
Everything is automatically backed up. If your database cannot go down, because as you are launching one database, 2 other extra databases being launched. You understand me? For you. So your database
Yes.
cannot go down. You don't need anybody to even go there and be manning it. because it's automatically manned. You don't need anybody to be backing up because you already configure it to back up. You understand me? So it becomes so
Backup.
easy.
Yeah.
So if you are a company owner, wouldn't you rather go for cloud than for you to go for data center? You understand me?
Cloud
So
will be okay than getting a data
data
center.
center. So these are the reasons why companies are going into it massively. That's why they need more hands. That's why no matter the discipline you are carrying today, that you say you have today, if you don't have the knowledge of cloud, you're like an illiterate. You understand me? So that's the
Mm.
truth. You're like an illiterate. You're like, you don't know what is going on. You don't know what is trending.
What
So
is going
company will
on?
not want to employ 5 people. They rather employ one that can do 5 persons job effectively. You understand me? Those are the advantage
Yeah.
of cloud over other stuff. Now let's
Computing.
go into, okay, risk. The risk is very, apart from the risk of use hiding, maybe your mistakenly giving your credentials out. Are you getting me? I also, that's the reason why they are employing you as an engineer, to help them secure, to help them reduce cost. Cloud can be very expensive if you don't know what to use. If you don't, because immediately they give you the infrastructure to use, whatever thing you use, whether you know how to use it well, you don't know how to use it well, you're going to pay for it. Are you getting me?
Wow.
Whether your infrastructure is running, is not running, you are going to pay for it. It's not
You have to
their
pay for it.
business. So that's why we need somebody that understands it very well, that will make use of only necessary resources. Because if you use too much resources, you are going to pay. If you use below resources, your system will have issue. You understand me? You use only
Mm.
necessary resources. That's why they need a cloud person. Then there are some ethics of cloud. There are some things that are necessary. There are some things that you should know when using cloud. These are the things we are going to be talking about. And the consideration for all cloud users. So we are going to be talking about all those things. Now, these are the introduction, what we are going to be doing in our 4 weeks. Are you getting me? We are going to be doing it, not just talk.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking today because it's our first time.
Practicalize it.
But we are going to
Okay.
be doing hands-on. I want to be doing hands-on lab, strictly hands-on lab. Are you getting me? That's what we are going to be doing, hands-on lab. Okay, now let's go to the definition. Okay, you are talking about what is cloud computing just now, or what is cloud computing. I wouldn't want. I was you've already defined it in a way. You understand me? You already defined it
Mhm.
in a way, but there are some ingredients you did not add. It's like you are cooking soup. You put water and you put your vegetable. You understand me? If you didn't put good mangi, vegetable and water is already a soup. You already make soup. That's soup.
Yeah.
But if you put the right spice, it will become a very good soup. So we want our definition to be a very good one, because there are some key notes that we should take note of. There's an organization called National Institute of Standard and Technology. They are in charge of trying to moderating all they are in charge of moderating all IT infrastructure and all technology infrastructure globally. They are based in US. Are you getting me? They are called NIST. So they gave a very robust definition of cloud computing. They said it's a model for enabling ubiquitous, eh, convenience, on-demand network access to share pool of configurable computing resources. Eh? So I was the one that now added so many things to it. I was the one that defined ubiquitous. So what are they trying to say is that a cloud computing is a model that is a standard. Are you getting me? That enable you to have resources anywhere. Are you getting me? That can appear anywhere. You can use it anywhere. That's the meaning of ubiquitous. Are you getting me? You can use it anywhere, both present, appearing, both, you understand me, virtually. You can use it anywhere. You can access it anywhere. It's available everywhere and anytime. Are you getting me? When you need it. Then conveniently, meaning you can
Yeah.
access it from your phone. from your laptop, from anywhere, from any place that's the most convenient. Now you get me? That's why they are every day they are working so hard. They want to make it
Okay.
more convenient that from your phone now you can launch your instance, you can launch your server, you can update your server, you can bring down your server. You understand me? That's what they are going into. That we don't need to have a very solid laptop for you to log in. That with a simple 512
Phone.
RAM, 512 phone, and even 1 gig hard drive, you can make use of cloud. You understand me? They are trying to make it very convenient for you. Then the networking, you don't need to learn how to design network, how to do. There are so many. Please, a minute. Hold on, please. Please hold on. Hold on,
Okay.
please. I'm having. I'll reach. Get back. Okay. Okay, I'm back. So they are trying to make it, because if you talk about network alone, the things in network is very, very broad, because network engineering is even a field for somebody. You understand me? But they don't want to bore you with all the complexity of networking. But they just design something small for you to just have an idea of how to connect your resources and how to access your resources. You understand me? They make it very simple for you. You understand me? How to make use of your server. Configuring server is difficult physically, but they made it so easy for you to just with a click, just click a button, click a button, click a button. You understand me? You already build up your server and your virtual machines. You understand me? They are trying to make it very easy for you. So when this process of having a convenient way of accessing resources anywhere, are you getting me? With easy configuration is called cloud computing. You understand me? I believe I'm able to explain it the most simplest way. Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with me? Hello? 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 Are you with me? Can you hear me? Hello? I'm back. Can you hear me? Okay. So as I was talking, I was explaining. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you and see your screen.
Okay. So one, from our definition, which I shared earlier, according to NIST, it said the system must a cloud computing is relatively new business model in a computing that one must be ubiquitous, ubiquitous, must be convenient on demand, must be on demand, must have a shell pool of configuration. Are you getting me? Share
Yeah.
pool of configuration, meaning you can use one resource. For example, you are launching a resources of you are launching a server. You can use the server configuration the same time as you are using network. You can use the same network, one network for 3 server. That's what we call it share pooling. You understand me, of resources. So you can launch one network and use that network for like 4 servers. You understand me? It's not like every time you are launching server, you launch a network for it. However, if you want the server to be in different places, you have to get to launch different network. We're going to get to that. So these are the things we should look out for. As I was saying, I said these are the advantages of cloud. Then I was not asking a question that throughout your work in Nigeria, were you opportune to configure a server?
No.
You know, because not because if they wanted to train all of you to use server, they would have loved to. But server is very expensive.
I know.
and they will not allow you to toy with it. But with cloud computing, you can actually play with servers, because what you are playing with is is a virtual machine. You understand me? So they design it in a way that even if you
Mm.
play with it, what they will just do is to like AWS, what we are going to be doing, we are going to be launching server and shutting down server. You understand? All those things we are going to be doing is
Mm.
it's going to be difficult for a company to call you and say, junior staff, come and be launching server and be shutting down. We want to train you. No, no company will do that. So cloud give you that platform for experimenting, for proof of concept. Like I mentioned that we're going to be doing some proof of concept. So this cloud give us that opportunity. We're going to be doing that. So we'll add that one to it. Must be agile. The word agile means, what does agile means? Agile actually means for something to be spontaneous. See, you know, when, for example, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. The word agile
I can
means
hear you.
as you are doing it, we are seeing it. You understand me? As you are doing it, we are
Mm.
seeing it. For example, I want to design a website for you. You understand me? As I create the instance, I show you. As I launch at the Apache, you are seeing it. Anytime I'm loading, anything I'm doing on my server, I'm sharing it with you. You understand me? So it's not like after I finish
Mm.
doing all the server, I will now call you to come and preview. No. As I'm doing it, every bit I'm doing, you are seeing any changes I'm making.
Each
You are
step of it.
eh?
I said every step in the process of making configure server or website, you are looking at it another side.
Yes, it's agile. We are previous looking at it. You can decide to shut it down. You can decide to say, okay, I don't want this part. They will remove that part that you don't want. The system will still be working. You understand me? Without going down. So as like you thank God you use phone. Sometimes if you are doing some app, they will say update is available, Abi. You will just download
Yes.
the update. You see the app where you stop, the kind of information you have in that app, you will not lose the app, You'll still be using it, even as
Yes.
you are updating it. That's what agile means. Means is rugged, is something that as you are working, you are seeing it. So these are the things we're going to be talking about, some agile methodology. And that's where I mentioned DevOps. DevOps is an agile methodology. As you are seeing it, as we are working, you are seeing it. We're going to be talking about some agile methodology, some Scrum methodology, and everything. So those are the things. So let's have some fun. Let's go a little fun field. What is cloud? These are like a popular cloud infrastructure. You see, you see so many clouds, different places. Then I now put some servers inside. Some have resources. You understand me? All these resources are connected.
Mm.
They are not in the same location. They are in different location. Are you getting me? But they are connected. For example, remember when I was talking about availability, that when you launch one server, eh, sometimes
Yeah.
two extra server is being launched. Depends on the tier they are operating on. So those servers that is being launched, they
Okay.
are they are they are they are they are in different location. They are backed up in different. The files are backed up in different location. When you launch a memory, some storage are backed up in different location. Like for example, a database. Database is like the most expensive part of every resources is the database, because data is very, very, very key. So
It
whenever
contains
you
a lot of
launch whenever you launch
information.
one database, it will automatically create another database in another region, in another place. So God forbid there is a disaster. Maybe there's war, or there's an earthquake in that region, and the data center of that region goes down. Your resources will still be up. You understand? So these are the things that makes cloud
Yeah.
very, very interesting. But if you are operating in a private cloud, maybe a data center, and the data center there is a disaster, there's fire, your resources is gone. It's gone.
It's going, yeah.
You understand? But cloud
Is
is
there any
telling
way
you.
one can back up the data center database?
You can back it up in cloud. That's what makes it an hybrid.
Oh, I see.
You not back up in cloud. Like what we do now, we can also help you
Okay.
migrate to cloud. You understand
Okay.
me? We can also help you migrate to cloud. You understand? So like we have a new team. If you look at the group, I shared something that we have a new guy, and the guy is not like new to me or to our team. He's new to our training. We have been working together. So I told him that whenever we want to design website, we want to do some product, it's not good for one person to be doing everything. So I want him to be taking some parts. So he
Yeah.
will know any idea you have in mind, like you talk about data analysis. You say you do data analysis, Abi. Like any idea you have in
Yes.
mind, just tell us. We're going to design a prototype, and we want to put it in cloud. We are going to also use it, you understand me, to do your own analysis for you. So these are the things we are going to be
Okay.
working about. So it's going to be a practical base. Today is theory because it's our introduction class. Today and tomorrow, your
Mm.
introduction class. So, and I want this class to be more lively. That's why we created it to be like 5, but we don't want it to be crowded. If I wanted to be crowded, there are some people I would remove from the group. You understand me? I wanted it to be region based so that those in Canada alone, you can talk to Canada. You understand me? You can relate. Those in India, that one we are starting that on
Yes.
tomorrow. So I don't know. Maybe tomorrow we have more class. So these are the things. So this is the
I
real
hope people will join tomorrow. I will even advise if you can post this um, file, this file that you're using to teach on the
platform.
WhatsApp group, yeah, on the
Yeah.
platform. Maybe if people, go over it, it may interest them to show up tomorrow. And if they have any other question in mind, they can ask.
Yeah.
And from that, people will start showing up.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm
Um,
going to do that. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to also share this video. That's why I'm recording it. You understand me? I'm also going to share this video.
okay.
Although some of them called me that they are at work today, that they may not be able to meet up to this class, but they'll meet up next week. Some called me that they are going to be available tomorrow. But whatever the case is, we have
Tomorrow,
started.
okay.
We have started. We have started. So we may do a revision of it tomorrow, but we may not go this, you understand me, because it's like
Deep,
repetition.
yeah.
So we have how many I mentioned we have the many public. These are the popular public cloud. For now, AWS is taking the lead, but that Azure has the highest data center. But AWS has the most interesting platform according to them. They are taking the lead now. Are you getting me? But I enjoy AWS for many
Mm.
reasons, which I'm going to share in our class. And we have Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, OCI. We have GCP, Google Cloud Platform. We have Alibaba Cloud. We have IBM. There are so many. These are public cloud. There are so many. So we're going to start with AWS. Then we will learn how to configure others. Then starting from tomorrow, we are going to start this practical. This is practical. You understand me? So starting from tomorrow, I want to start the real work. I don't want
What
us
time
to
tomorrow? Is it the same time?
the same time,
10, 10 p.m. Nigerian time. It will be
yes,
around
3 p.m.
uh, 3 p.m. here.
Yes, yes, 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. there. So that's for tomorrow. We are going to start. So
Okay.
let me reserve this main sweet thing because tomorrow is practical base, as in we are going to be creating. There are many things about AWS. If I really want to talk about it theoretically, we will spend more
Mm.
time. It will become boring. What we'll be doing, we'll be doing practice. We'll be talking about it, be doing practice. So that at the end of the class, you can even write your certification and you will pass. Does that mean you will pass your certification?
Okay, there
Because
it says certification on AWS.
yes, there's a certification on AWS. We want to prepare you on how to pass the exam. But I didn't mention it in
Okay.
our in our outline because I don't want people to focus on that. You understand me? We'll prepare you on how to pass the exam. It's part of our stuff. But I don't want it to be a selling point. You understand me? I want this skill up to be a selling point because our aim is that after this class, you should be able to get a job, a very good job. And when they ask you on your interview to tell them what you've done, you should be able to show them. Are you getting me? Without being, you understand me? You should be confident enough. So I want to be doing deep practical class, not like others had to launch IAM. No, I want to take a scenario. I want to look at a company. We'll use a company as an example. We're going to act as if we are creating an AWS for that company. Are you getting me? How will you do it in a very complicated way? But we're going to make it so simple so that you understand when a company wants to hire you, by the time you cite how you can help them build their infrastructure very well, they will have no option but to take you in because you're already an asset. But if you are telling them, I know how to do an IAM, I know how to do this, everybody can do that. In fact, you go to YouTube, you can do that. But we want to create a real life experience. So that's the thing. So these are what we talked about. What we talked about today. Okay.
Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
I'm, working on Microsoft Azure now, and I'm focusing on data science part of it.
Okay.
So is there any something like that on the AWS?
Yes. See, when we enter the environment, you're going to see all the things there. As a matter of fact,
all the services you can render.
All the services you can render. As a matter of fact, why I'm in a hurry to go there so that you can see. Because as a business analyst, there's something for you there. As an engineer, there's something for you there. As a customer relationship, there's something for you there. As a database engineer, there's something for everybody. And as a matter of fact, they are still working every day. They are working so hard to keep putting things there. They are working hard every day to be putting things. You understand me? That's one thing about them. So there's something for everybody. But we need to understand the infrastructure as a service first. You understand me? If I don't understand the infrastructure as a service, then we'll not talk about the application. You understand me? We'll not be making use of some of the APIs in relation to what we want to do. You understand me?
Okay.
You understand? So even this, you see this Zoom we are using, it's in cloud, you know.
Is that so?
Yes. Zoom is in cloud. I think Zoom is in AWS. Something like that. So immediately we finish this video now, it will send our file to a converter. The converter will reduce the size of this file of 1 hour 30 minutes. It's supposed to be like 1 gig or 2 gig. But by the time the file comes back to us, it's going to be like, by the time the file comes back to us, it's going to be like, it will maybe highest 100 megabytes. But normally if you do a video like this, it's supposed to be very heavy. But cloud will reduce it. Yeah. Can you hear me? So we are also going to do.
I can hear you.
We are going to do something like this. We are going to create a form of an interactive. We'll call it IM application like this. We're going to design it. Are you getting me? So that we can also try it. So by the end of this class, you should not just be ready for job. You should be solid. Are you getting me? It should be very solid. So these are the things we are talking about today. And I want to appreciate your coming today. If you didn't come, maybe this
thank
class,
you very much. I really enjoyed the class. It came in at the right time.
Okay.
And so same time tomorrow, right?
Yeah, same time tomorrow.
Okay. So I will send that link to you, the link that I promised you, so that you can use that to determine the time and day everywhere, anywhere in the world.
Okay, I will appreciate that so much. I appreciate that.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, sir. So
and then second question, this link Is it going to be the same thing tomorrow? Or
Yeah,
you will send another link for the lecture tomorrow?
we can use the same link, but I think I should send another one tomorrow. I will send another one tomorrow. I will give out. I'm sending you
Okay.
after this
Okay.
class. Now I'm creating it. I'm sending it to the group so that we can prepare our mind for tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. I really enjoyed
Okay.
your
Thank you very
coming,
much.
and
God will bless you.
thank you,
Yeah, I
sir.
really enjoy you too.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So,
See
okay,
you
see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Yeah, bye.
Yeah. My regards to your family.
They will hear, and yours too. Bye.
You too. Yeah. Thank you very much.